the lovely, beautiful Miss Candice has joined us. And I'm going to, gentlemen, and say, how are you doing, Miss Candice?
I am doing amazing. How about yourselves?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, LV?
Oh, I'm just, hey, I'm just blessed to be in y'all presence, man. You know what I'm saying? I, I'm speechless.
Well, last time we had Miss Candace on, it was a great conversation, but we dive deep. We learned a little bit about the grown man experience, and so we'll talk more about that. But we want three of us are single, and we don't have the two married people here. Dive in some questions about what do single people look for? What questions should you ask on the first date? What questions gender roles and different things like that. Topics that you hear a lot, and I'm gonna start off with this one is gender roles. Should the guy always plan the date? Should he always pay? Should he make the move? Also, in the relationship, should the women be required to cook, do duties, as they would say? We're gonna open that up with Miss Candace. What are your thoughts on gender roles?
So for me, I am an equal opportunity person. If I'm feeling you and I like you, I will ask you out on a date. If I ask you on a date, then I'm gonna pay for the date because I asked you. I got my own money, so I will pay. I believe that when it comes down to the household, we a team. So, I cook, you cook, I clean, you clean. Like that's how we do it. It goes down that way. Now, I'm not going to be out here mowing the lawn and taking care of that stuff, but I will pay somebody to take care of it. I'm just not going to do it myself. But we can get it done. But I mean, I believe in
Right.
equal opportunity across the board. I believe that.
So that
What
means
about
you
you?
would be fine with a maid then, right?
You said I'll be fine with a maid.
Yeah, if hubby want like, okay, well, since you want to pay to get the grass cut, you know what? I'll get us a maid to come in, but I'm gonna select it.
And that's cool. Esther can come on in with her knee highs and get it going. Where she like 74. She sure can. Tamika ain't finna be in my house dusting no blinds in them little shorts. That ain't about to go there. We ain't doing
I would
that.
ask. I just thought I would ask.
I'm just saying, Earl can come cut the lawn. It don't have to be Tyrone. He ain't gotta be young. I just need to be that's all I need. We ain't gotta have them problems.
So,
uh,
LV, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I would agree with her. It's a 50-50 to me. Even as far as like the planning of the date, I don't think all the responsibility should be placed on the man because it's about us, not or I have to sit here and read your mind and be like, okay, I hope she's gonna like this or she's gonna want to do this or I mean, tell me something, or if you have the communication, maybe you'll find out something and you can plan like that. But I mean, for me, for a woman to come to me and say, "Hey, sweetie, I done planned this weekend. We gonna do X, Y, Z, da 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 da." Cool. I haven't had that happen often. When I was married, my wife would occasionally she would plan some things, even when it
Mhm.
wasn't not just birthdays, but cool.
Mhm.
Um, I don't have a problem with paying, because I ain't just paying for you, I'm paying for me too. you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
So it is a nice refreshment, if a woman offers to pay, but that's not a requirement for me. Where I have an issue with it is when the women want you to take them someplace that they can't afford to take themselves, or if the roles were reversed, you know, they taking you to Burger King, but they want you to take them euros, you know.
Right.
So that's where I have an issue with it.
So, now Kansas says, I got my money. I could pay my way, so I'm good. So one of the things I want to ask you, Candice, is have you in the past planned marriage romantic dates? for guys.
There hasn't been anybody that I have wanted to plan a romantic date for.
Okay, fair enough.
But if it
Man,
was,
St. Louis, what are y'all doing? What
the,
are
the,
y'all doing wrong?
the dating pool has pee in it. I told y'all ain't trying to hurt me. It's a tragic situation. But no, but if there was somebody that I was digging, like I would plan a date. Now I got a question, because I often hear that sometimes men are intimidated by women that are forward like that. Is that accurate?
I hadn't met one that's been that like that. I've heard women say that too. Well, they don't like that. They intimidate me. If that's what you call intimidate me.
That's real.
I love a woman who knows what she wants and will go after what she wants. We don't always get the clue. We the last one to figure it out. The man is the last one to figure it out between the man and the woman. So you know what, sweetheart, help me help you.
Not in my case.
See, I like me. I like who like me.
Now for me, I'm not intimidated, but for this is being honest, I find it hard to accept a woman to pay for something. And that's something that I'm trying to grow out of. That's the reason why I rarely accept gifts or things of that nature. And then I finally had to break down things because you can hurt people's feelings by saying no. And so that was something that I'm working to get over. Huh?
I said that could be their love language. Their love language could be gifts, could be giving gifts.
Yes. Yes.
But see, I found that out in the South, period. Places and people offer you stuff and be like, oh, thank you, but no thank you. They seriously get offended. And I'm thinking like, okay, I wasn't gonna eat this shit anyway. Why should I waste your food? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm appreciate the offer, but I'm not eating that shit. I don't know you like that. And then I had this thing with sweet potato pie. I only ate my sweet potato pie, and my sister know how to fix it. So like when I first moved down here, and I started dating my at the time, we around the holidays went to some people's house. They're like, oh, and she made a mistake and told him, he don't want nobody sweet potato pie but his mother's. Everybody think they can make sweet potato pie, and it's like, thank you, but no, thank you. Then she was like, that's rude. You can't just not take it, and they offer it to you. I'm like, one bite, if anything, and then the shit just gonna sit on the paper plate
because I don't like
it. So which is more rude? That I took this little, because it's gonna be an itty bitty bite anyway. I took this itty bitty bite, and then pretty much either laid the fork down or stuck the fork in the rest of the pie. Like, hey, y'all got
right.
You got to get you a little sliver. Just get a little sliver. So therefore, you can be like, I came, I saw, I ventured. That's what it was.
I'm saying your pie might be good, but tell nobody make sweet potato pie like my mama. So, and that's the only sweet potato pie I'm gonna eat.
So you're definitely biased. You're not open to trying something.
No, different. I'm not. That up front, but you think you can convince me? No,
exactly.
I get that. Hey, look, I am all about honesty. Be honest. Say it with your chest, and people gotta respect your honesty. That's real. Because I don't eat everybody food. That's real. Don't let me walking somewhere and things don't look right now, dog. I ain't. I don't want it. I'm good.
We can handle this politely, or I could. No, you're gonna say I'm rude. Hey, no, I just ate. No,
so
I'm
see
good.
What I learned to do down here in the South. You go ahead and let them fix you something, whatever. Like I said, you take the fork, play around with it and shit, move this, move shit around on the plate or whatever, Huh?
I said not play with the food.
Well, make it look like you was eating on it or something, So you don't offend them. That's so you don't offend them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you taking
to me, it's a waste of food. I all I hear is my daddy in my head. boy, don't you know his kids starving to have that? They would love to have that food. I'm like, them kids they be
Give it to
having on
them.
TV, they would love to have this. You know, but
Give it
y'all
to
gonna
them.
force this on me. Send that shit over there to them. They need it. I don't.
You silly. That's real. I feel you though.
And you had said something earlier, and this is one of the things that amongst all of us we are talked about an episode, and I want to dive a little bit into it. Um, what men say and what women hear, and it's so we want to some of the things that we had talked about and see what exactly you hear when, for instance, a guy say, you know what, I'm gonna go out and hang with my fellas. Probably be back a little late. Don't wait up. You want me to bring you something back? It could be their frat brother. It could be their lodge brother. It could be some of their friends from growing up. When you say that, what exactly are you hearing?
I heard you finna go hang out with your friends. You gonna be back late. And do you want me to bring you something back? This is what I hear. I don't hear, but I get where you're going. When you have people that are not secure in their relationships, then
Mm-hmm.
they may hear, I'm getting ready to go out and I'm about to be with these chicks, or I'm about to, be out doing, things that I don't have any business doing. Me, myself, personally, if I feel that you own that type of stuff, then we don't even need to be having these conversations. We have no reason to be together if I can't trust you. Like, I don't even understand why women do that to themselves. It's absolutely crazy to me.
Right. And see, I see you're positive, you're secure, and asking some of these questions is like,
I
I'm
told you
glad.
she was gonna see it from the man's side. I told you that. I told
Right.
you that. But
Right.
I
Right.
do have one for
Being
you
the
that was
man's
on the
side
list.
is just logical. It makes sense to
Okay,
me.
well, with all due respect, all the time women do not think logically. They think emotionally. They come from
We are
emotion.
emotional creatures. This is accurate. We are emotional creatures.
So
Like
so
that's the
that's
truth.
why say 98% of the time we straight logic. And that's how a lot of men get busted cheating, because they just say, yeah, I blah 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 blah.
You guys are
Hey, shut
horrible.
the hell up. Yeah, they don't know how to shut the hell up.
Y'all are horrible. Y'all just horrible with it. Cause y'all just be out here, be all willy-nilly, and then y'all get caught up.
But see, and
Well,
that's
I hate to
why
say this. I hate to say this because people gonna think I'm of the community. I'm not.
We already
But
established this the last time I was on this show about you and your community standards and settings, sir. Go ahead. Go on.
see, see,
Go
this is
on.
why I can't win.
Don't say the thing.
you
Go
gotta
on.
feel that one, man. You threw her that. Oh, what was she supposed to do? Just another question.
Let's go.
Well, see, and see, this is what I'm trying to avoid because see, that's where I put it out there. But if I was of the community, guys do not keep their story straight. They don't remember things.
So let me just speak on this. I just got to put it out there.
Okay, put it out there.
So this is this. I feel like because I know some people that are in the community, they are. But the one thing that I admire about them being in the community is that they're honest. If you're going to be out here and you doing stuff, be honest. Why you got to lie?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep up with your lies. Be honest.
Right.
And I am a big person. Don't take people's choices away. I feel very, very deeply and strongly about that. So you never know. I was literally just talking to a friend of mine last weekend, and I was explaining to him. I'm like, if you're messing with more than one person, you shouldn't be lying to either one of them. Be honest.
Right.
And he got caught up because he was lying to one and being honest with the other. Be honest with them both. But then he was like, well, if I be honest with her, I'm a loser. Then you
loser.
First place then. Because when she found out the truth, you lost her anyway. And now you don't even have no chance of ever talking to her ever again. So why not be honest? Why y'all be lying?
because
But see,
because you can't. Everybody can't handle the truth,
right.
and we are selfish. And this is the point. Okay, if I tell you up front, you know, all that thing that I like that you do, it's done. So I'm gonna just see. I'm gonna try to keep. I'm gonna try to give you nuggets here and there, and it's gonna come around and be like, well, damn, he really ain't gonna be doing all this. And see, and what we think, hopefully, I done, affected her enough to where now I'm gonna settle.
Trash. Go ahead.
I'm just telling you, that's the mentality, and that's what ended up happening.
I get that, and it's true. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, I just want to put this out there and say, my philosophy: if I have to cheat on you, I don't need to be with you. So that's the philosophy I operate with.
I mean, and that's the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to be exclusive with somebody, be 100. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, allow them to have that, have that, that right to know, why is it okay for somebody to feel they're in a relationship with you, but then you're with multiple people? That doesn't make sense. But I do want to say, in men's defense, I do want to say, and this may not be something that is a popular opinion, but if a man tells you that he doesn't want to be with you, but he just wants to be with you, and you take that and think that you're going to make him do something different down the line, if you get caught up in your feelings and get your feelings hurt, and this man done told you the truth, that ain't on that man, that's on you.
Exactly. And that goes back to that point I'm making. People hear what they want to hear, and it's not always the truth. I say no, I mean no, but for some reason you hear yes.
But see, and then another thing that gets me caught up is that, okay, the first time they, hucklebuck and camel clutch with a woman, right?
Lord, this hucklebuck and camel clutch. Go ahead.
Speaking of camels.
Anyway, the woman usually starts to hit him with like, now we're item, because she done shared her worldly goods with him. But they didn't have, and even though in the beginning he told her up front, he didn't say, okay, once we do, then it's just me and you. And women want to get mad when they find out that, okay, now he with Tanisha.
But that is another. But again, I'm just different. I'm not. I must be cut from a cloth that they don't make no more. I'm sorry, because no. That's all I get. No. You don't. For me, you don't enter into that type of relationship, that type of situation. You don't enter into those type of experiences without clarity. You know what I mean? Now, me, myself, personally, I'm not a community person, so I'm not entering into that type of stuff. Hey, we not committed and we ain't working towards something, you ain't getting the goods. I'm sorry. That's all I got to tell you. But, for people that do that, you need to have clarity. And so if we are, sex doesn't mean relationship. And that's where, and that is true, that's where a lot of women do get messed up, because they think that, sex is it, and sex isn't, especially if you're dealing with people that are not physical people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can give me something that everybody else, that every other woman that's walking around got, then really what makes you the prize?
Well, every woman ain't getting what you getting though. That's every woman gets their own individual menu.
This is that they get their own individual menu, but but I don't care if I get my own menu if everybody coming to the same damn restaurant.
Hey, one thing is shit must be good if everybody coming though.
Not necessarily, because
let me use that analogy. Let me use that analogy. A lot of people like Waffle House, but not everybody wants to go to the Waffle House.
This is true. Some people just go because it's cheap. And they just
Right.
need a little grease to sop up whatever they've been drinking on. I mean,
liquor,
hey, it
yeah.
don't mean that it's the best. It just may get the job done.
It's
And I
convenient.
think so, and sad to say, but I think that some men get gassed up in that manner because so many people come to visit that they think that they is it on the stick, and you out here giving out trash, but you just may give it out consistently. So people are coming to get your trash.
If you don't have consistent repeat customers, then it might not be all that great. It might not be that good.
I just think that, I really do think that, just in all seriousness, men need to be honest, women need to be clear. And I think that that's just the reality. Out here in this dating world is so much that's going on. And people need to be open and willing to have these real ass conversations. And sometimes it amazes me how, like, I got people that I know, and I'll be like, so you telling me you let this person see this part of you, but you wasn't willing to talk about this? Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
It's backwards.
It is ass backwards. It really is. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But I mean, to each his own. Like I said, I ain't gonna judge you, but I'm also not going to sit here. I'm not the person that when you come to me crying and talking about he a dog, and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember when you first started talking to me, and that man said he didn't want to be in a relationship. Now you've been hucklebucking and camel clutching with this dude for all these months. And you mad because you think that he should be settling down with you, or you upset because you done found out that he is serious with somebody else. You wasn't it. He told you from the beginning that you wasn't it, but you decided that this is what you continue to want to do because you thought that you can change him or make him become somebody different. No, that ain't it, sis. So I'm not getting ready to rub your back and tell you it's okay, and I'm not finna dog this man with you. I'm gonna be like, no, bruh told you the truth. And you saw what you wanted to see, and you became a victim of your own poor choices. And that ain't cool. That's not fair to you to hurt your own feelings.
And one of our viewers said, don't string folks along, give it to them straight, no chaser.
That's from the beginning, so we can know, be grown. From, like, that's the thing that pisses me off so much. It's that, especially now being in this 40 club, like 40 hit me different, y'all. I was like, okay, my blunt meter just went up. I was already blunt, but then I just went on up a little bit more because I don't care, because you don't pay my bills and who finna whoop my tail. Like, real talk.
Oh, now I can see where that knuck if you buck comes in. All right, go ahead.
I am a chaos kid. I will always have a little chaos in me. But the reality of the situation is, I don't understand why at this point in our lives we still playing games. I don't understand. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But like, it's women and men out here that still playing games. We too old for this.
Yes. Like I tell people, life is not a game.
It's not.
And so it's like, just be up straight. The more you can be up straight and forward with people, life goes a lot easier. When you start playing these different games and try to remember this, try to do this, aha, I got you moments, you bring this drama to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then you upset about it. It's like, at the end of the day, like, I ain't trying to play Russian roulette with my life. I'm sorry.
No.
I got too much that I'm trying to do. So, like, for me, if I'm going to date you, or if I'm going to invest my time in you, I promise you that I'm going to be intentional. Like, I'm definitely going to be intentional. When it's not going to be a million folks out here that's on my line. It's not going to be a whole lot of folks that I'm entertaining, because I ain't got time like that. So literally, if I give you my time, it really does mean something.
Is there a time frame that a person, that you expect for a man to commit like that? So when does all that take place? I mean, y'all meet, however y'all meet, talk on the phone, start to, get to know each other. You see the conversation is good, maybe go out on a date or two. At what point do you expect for him not to engage other people? Because it seems like when the woman makes the decision, then the man just got to make the decision. Okay, yeah. At what point? Because everything will be fine. We going to, we just like this, and all of a sudden you go, no, we in this thing. Do I get a choice to decide if I'm ready to be in this thing? Or
No,
I mean, I'm enjoying what we got going. I ain't saying I ain't gonna get there, but because I ain't there at Wednesday at 8:56, because you are, can I 30? I mean,
so silly. So like for me, my thing is I'm people. My friends talk about me all the time because I'm about clarity. Like I'm gonna ask at some point. I'm gonna ask you what we doing. Like that's it. I'm gonna ask what we doing, like what's happening, what's going on, what we doing. I am very upfront.
okay, well, my reply would be like, well, what do you mean? What are we doing with what?
So then my next question to you is, what are your intentions with me?
With you.
What are your intentions? What are your intentions with and for me? What are your intentions? Like, what do you see with me? And
okay,
if you
what is the time frame of us knowing each other when this is hitting me though? That's why
it's not in 30 days. That's not gonna happen because a person can switch up on you.
Right.
So it's like no, but I mean, I feel like if you talking to somebody for like months, if like y'all been talking for months, and I'm not talking about 1 or 2, but if y'all been talking for months, then at this point in time, it's like, all right, so what we doing? Like, or do you see something else happening here? You know what I'm saying?
Well, once again, are we at the 3 months, 4 months? I mean,
if you've been talking to somebody for a good 90 days, you know me, I told you after a good 90 days, then what we doing? What's going on?
Yourself has said, hey, you don't get to come past the screen door until I know what we doing. So since I ain't walked past no screen door, am I wrong to entertain doors that I do have access to go into?
No, you not wrong. Unless there we go. What we doing? Are we dating exclusively?
We ain't had that conversation. We ain't got there because obviously we ain't had the conversation.
If we ain't had that conversation, then you still free. You a free agent like I'm a free agent. We both free agents because we ain't had that conversation. That's the problem. So many people start making moves based off of assumptions. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm gonna talk to you. What we doing? Like, what's up? Are you talking to other people? Like, do you got like what's your plans? Like, what's up? For me, I like a man that I like a man that knows what he wants and he puts it out there and he states it. I don't want to guess.
Okay, so I know that I want to be with you, right? We done had 120 days, not 90 days. We done had 120 days. All right. I'm feeling you and everything, but like I said, I can't get past the screen door. All right. Now I have plenty of doors. So because you won't let me pass the screen door, unfortunately, I've had to, go elsewhere. Now that you done said, hey, what we gonna do for real? I want to try it with you for real. But there is the remote possibility that I might not enjoy walking through the screen door. So am I to just, throw away these keys and board up these other doors, not knowing that when I come through your screen door that I'm gonna fall through a trap door?
So not a trap door. Yo, you're funny. So my question is this then, what is the basis of the relationship? Is the basis of the relationship getting to the screen door or getting through it?
No, I mean,
or is it to build a house?
I'm really feeling you because, like I said,
come on with the build a house. Go ahead.
I'm really feeling you because the fact is you won't let me through the screen. Arrested. So there must be something. Okay, there's something else other than that because that ain't everything. No. And I am getting older, so I only got so many good ones left. So it might come a time when so we got to have something else where we can get along and enjoy.
All of that got to be there before we can get along and enjoy. But go ahead.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's not like that's the ultimate. I mean, like I said, if I fall through that trap door and then once I find my way back outside, I mean, to have to go back to square one. And I mean, to me, it's almost like, what did my dad used to say? you never mess up a guarantee for a maybe.
Mm-hmm. But them
And at
other
this
ones
point,
out there they wasn't guarantees. They was maybe see also because you
no,
wasn't
they were
investing
guaranteed.
in it.
They were
They're the
guaranteed for
Waffle
other
Houses.
okay. Now good analogy. Yeah.
Look, my thought process is always this, baby. If you want to go to the Waffle House when you can have something totally different, you go ahead and stay at the Waffle House.
I don't know. It's totally different because I ain't came through the door, and that's what I'm saying. So once you tell me this, and I'm like, okay, I think I want to go ahead. The lock off the screen door when you say that. So it's like, okay, but to come through the screen door, I got to throw away all these keys and board up all these other doors, basically, from what you're telling me.
If you're coming through my screen door, you're gonna have to burn those bitches because it's not going down.
See? And see, the thing is, with a woman like you,
fire.
You don't want to lie to you at all because you don't want to lie to you on something like that. Because
if to me, it's a wrap.
Come out, if anything ever come out that you lie, it's over.
Because now
you be saying it's over.
You heard me.
It's over.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you wonder if I hate you,
now we singing songs. Okay, there we go.
Right out.
Well, let me throw my song out there. If you think you're lonely now.
But I'm just saying. So I'm just saying from the man's perspective, because I mean I haven't run into that situation myself, but because control now, and like I said, I ration things now. So I mean, hey, if I see the other things back, okay, there's potential. There's also going to be conversation about it, so I can see if we are compatible that way. But that don't mean that that's all that I think about. But those are conversations that you need to have, because on that night there don't need to be a lot of surprises. There should be a few surprises. They should be pleasant surprises. Because
I understand that what you're saying. Yes, go ahead.
Because see, I mean, I would think even for a woman to be like, oh, I was and all this, I waited, I finally decided to give myself this, and this is what this ninja came with. Trash. I just wasted the last 4 months of my life because he ain't coming back in here.
Trash. I got a friend that I always say she doubled back a second time just to make sure it wasn't trash the first time. This just horrible trash. I'm sorry.
You know what? I have respect for her because I do because I once used to do that same thing. I be like, it can't be that way. And a few times I was wrong. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, she said that as well. I'm just different, because one, you're not gonna get access to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that is not the level of access I'm finna get to you. I'm not, I guess what they call it, a sapiosexual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like in regard to like if there's no mental stimulation, you're not gonna get at that in any way, form, or fashion. Second, I'm not for the community. So, it's not, I don't like to share. I'm and
that's a good quality.
So like for you to get there, we gotta be on some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there are, and so for me, if we make it to that point where we are there, it ain't gonna be no confusion. We ain't messing with nobody else. This is what we get.
And this is one of the conversations I had before. Where people is like, when you get up there, if y'all together for a long time and you get to be about 70, 80 and all the plumbing is not working, you have to have something to talk about. So that's the reason why you got to get that mental stimulation, because there's going to be a day where not everybody's going to be able to function the same. And so if the whole thing's been built around the connection of sex, then people going to grow tired and knows like, I don't want to deal with you anymore, because it was based on something that's not going to be long lasting.
Right, but while I can do it, I want to enjoy it with that person that I'm having good times with too. Though that's all I'm saying. And to get to that point, see that, huh?
I say you went back to the screen door. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
He's flashing back as a kid. He saw people standing behind the screen door and couldn't get out.
I want to go in there. I want to go.
Right. Right.
Look at you. Wanting stuff that you ain't supposed to have. Look at you.
Right.
I mean, you
Ain't no company.
right. I can't come out the house. I can't come out here. I can't come out.
But
So that's why I say I'm not a member of the community. But like I say, you have to politic. You know, you have to see. You know, you might can plug somebody from the community. You never know. They not ready to be in the community anymore.
and well, that is true. You know, you can sometimes find people that's out there within the community that don't want to be in the community no more. That's real. But the thing is that most of the time when you out there and you frequent within the community, then that means that person is frequenting with people just like you may be frequenting with people. So that means that it comes with some lagging folks that's in the background. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's why you both need to go and get some tests done before you're gonna try.
Thank you.
You have to have that. That's that. There to me there is no relationship or situationship. Before that.
There are no relations.
I don't want to see a printed copy from last month. No, we're gonna go together.
We can go together.
We're gonna go together. We're gonna have the same dates.
Make sure that everybody that is a clean bill of health. That's and you know what? Being single, like after being in a relationship for 17 years and being out here and being single, like I'm 100. I'm honest. I've been celibate for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? But it is, one of those things that's something that's very important. And some people are very free with that. Like I don't understand how folks out here in the community the way that they are in the community, because in my mind, like that's playing Russian roulette with your life. And I'm that ain't a part of my testimony. That ain't the way I'm trying to go up out of here. That ain't the way I'm trying. I ain't trying to go to the upper room.
I don't want Marvin Sapp coming to sing.
You hear me?
Right.
I don't need that in my life. But that also speaks to, again, the caliber of person that you're dealing with. That's something that's really huge. And I think that some people are just really carefree with things that they shouldn't be carefree with.
Well, I want to switch the gears a little bit because we talk about the relationship and we talk about all those things. Let's talk about what are some things to break the ice on the first date so you can get to the relations and get through the screen door, and how do you get to that sapiosexual, where you can get through. What are some questions that y'all feel that are good icebreaker questions for the first date, and what are some questions you probably shouldn't ask on the first date? I'll start with you, Candice.
I get in trouble all the time because me, I ask the deep shit from the beginning. I'm like, hey, tell me about your childhood. What's your relationship like with your parents? Like, who taught you about love? Like, these are the questions I ask on the first date. I want to know, because being 100, if we get to it,
you're looking for red flags immediately.
Hey, out the gate, because I don't waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time. I am very intentional. If I give you my time, I'm running 2 businesses and raising 2 kids by myself. I ain't got time for playing. Like, that's being real. So if I'm going to give you my time, that means something. Like, if I am investing my time in you, that really does mean something. That means that I see something in you and you are potential. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, I want to get to know you. I want to know you. So I'm going to ask questions, and I want you to ask me questions too. I don't want the fluff and that surface stuff. I ain't no surface chick.
Also,
I
asking you your favorite color is not gonna really be it.
no, I mean, you can ask me my favorite color. That's what's up, blue. You know what I'm saying? And gold. That's just what it is. But like, but what else? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know what makes you you. I want to, like if again, like if I choose to date you, like that really means that like I see something in you, and then that means that I want to know you. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what makes you you. I want, like
Makes you
that's it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I am the type of person I'm not trying to fall in love with the looks of you. I'm not trying to fall in love with that surface stuff. I want to fall in love with the core of you. So then let me know. I want to know about your roots. Like tell me about it, because you can be an amazing tree. You know what I'm saying? And I may not like some of your leaves. I may not like some of your leaves or your branches, but I like your roots. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, get to know you a little bit more, but yeah, I'm not one of them fluffy type people. No, that
What
ain't me.
about you, LV? What kind of questions you think you ask or should ask on the first date?
I just deal with normal conversation, like she said, trying to get to know the person, ask them things they likes, things they like to do, if they went to college somewhere, where they went to school, why did they pick the major that they had? I don't need to know about your job because I don't give a damn how much money you make, you know, but
Mm-mm.
just something to tell me about your daily, how was your day today? If somebody pissed you off, why did they piss you off? Uh, and then, like I said, I want to know, how many siblings you got, you come from a single family or mom and dad both in the home, how did you do, I may like, yeah, I, so-and-so I know went through something similar like that, and they used to always act out just to see what, just want them to be natural. Like I said, I don't want to meet your representative.
No.
I've
Right.
been through all of that. I don't put my representative out there. 'Cause that's why I always would tell a lady, ask me any question you want. I ain't gonna promise you gonna like the answer because I'm gonna be honest. So if you don't want the unadulterated version, because I do give that too. I give the unadulterated version. I don't sugarcoat. I ain't putting no. I don't like shit. I don't like powdered sugar, so it ain't gonna be on nothing I'm serving.
You gonna put on a sweet potato pie.
Mm.
but
what's
but
what?
I I respect that. You know what I mean? Because like that's how I am. What you see is what you get. I'm me. I ain't gonna change up. I ain't gonna switch up. I would appreciate if you don't do the same thing. I
Right.
like people that are consistent. Like please be you. Like please don't. That's why that whole not 30, 60, 90 days, like after 90 days, it's hard for somebody to be somebody different. But usually you can tell within them 30, 60, 90 days that if
Right.
somebody is going to be somebody different. You
And
usually can
see,
tell.
you during that time you can kind of pick up on the vibe. You can tell if it's a fake or if they really genuine. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but one of the things that you used to hear a lot of the older people say, you have to see all seasons because they can
Mm-hmm.
switch up in a different season, and that actually
Mm-hmm.
makes sense when you start looking at people like, yeah, we're not gonna commit to marriage. I'm gonna have to see you 365 days, a whole year, just to make sure you good.
But and
But
that's
but
that. I mean, that's good.
go ahead, Candice.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, I hear that. Like, you got to be able to see people when they going when they got something going on. Like, I need to see you when you done been through something. I need to see you when you in a good space. I need to see you when you were
Right.
working to achieve a goal. I need to see you. I need to see you. For who you
Right.
are and not for who I can, imagine you to be. I want to see you. I want to see you flat out face value. And then because
Hmm.
at that point I get to decide if this is something that I like or no.
What I was gonna add to that, for me, before I can really, really commit to somebody, as far as like really like, yeah, the ship, I want to know what happens when we don't agree and how we
Mhm.
Right.
both. Fine. That tells
Communication.
me if we can go forward or not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Like
that's when I can go on and give 100% buy-in, because whether it comes or not, whatever the disagreement was, is how did we handle it? How did you come at me? How did I come at you?
Right.
And what was the magnitude of? Was it something small? Was it something big? You know, was it in my opinion, an overreaction type thing?
Right.
That tells
Did
me,
you
you know
did
what? I had, it was somebody a few months ago that, you know, really I kind of probably I let them rush me too fast to try to make it something that they were trying to make it, because they were
impressed.
cool, you know. And, you
Mhm.
know, I didn't go through the screen door. I wasn't trying to go through no screen door either. I wasn't.
But
I
you
wasn't,
got lost in
and
the
I
sauce
didn't.
still, though. Look at you. Go ahead.
right, right.
I did not. I did not. I did not get through the screen door. I was not trying to go through the screen
Yeah,
door.
you tried
But when
IHOP instead of Waffle House, but go ahead.
I know,
Ignorant. Go ahead.
anyway, but when that, you know, when that little thing happened, I was like, yo, this is what I'm going to be getting into. No, you know, now it's like, then I start picking apart different things about that person and different things. It was like, you know, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
because there's a difference between having a debate and an argument and a disagreement and having a personal attack. And when you and see that's where there's some problems for me is when you start making personal attacks and
Mhm.
bring in your mom, you this and
Oh
you
no.
that, then
Oh, oh.
it's like, wait, hold it. We've gone beyond having a disagreement. Now you taking it to a different level.
Well, so for me, at any point in time when you start using words as weapons, we are no longer having a conversation. We are having an argument, and that I no, you know what I mean. And then if you are a person that's supposed to care about me or for me, you wouldn't come at me like that. We can have a
Right.
conversation. We can have a disagreement without you having to disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? So like
Exactly.
if you gotta disrespect me or I feel like I gotta disrespect you just to get my point across, we yeah, there's a problem. Like that's a communication issue. But you see, for
Hmm.
me, I don't just pay attention to how you treat me because if you like me, you like me, so you may be putting on airs. I pay attention to how you treat other people. I pay attention to
Exactly.
I listen to the interactions you have with others. I listen and watch and pay attention to how you move around other people. I watch you. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, because you know me, I say patterns don't lie, people do. So
Right.
therefore, I'm always paying attention. I'm gonna watch that because you can act one way with me, but then I see how
Hmm.
you act with other people, and I'm like, okay, I see that. I see that in you.
And and you know one telltale sign of that is customer service of how they treat the wait staff, how they treat someone behind the desk.
Yes,
That's a
in
very good telltale sign. Yes.
yes, how you treat folks when you don't think that other people are looking. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like
Yes.
that's
Oh
that's it.
yes.
Like I pay attention to that kind of stuff, and that's the kind of stuff that like when I say stuff like this, people be like, "Girl, you do too much." I'm not doing too much. I'm doing enough.
No.
What needs to be
Right.
done? I want to get caught with the trick bag. You know what I'm saying? When I realized that you were nice and sweet to me, but then I saw you cursing somebody out and being ready to act a whole whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want that type of energy. Like, no, I don't
Hmm.
need that. I don't need that.
Right. And like you were saying earlier, people give you representatives when they involved with you, but it's a person's character that I'm really care about. How you interact with people who don't have the people who don't have the same level of status as you have. Disrespect the person ringing up your food. If no one's saying anything and you see someone out here who may be begging, you may not have anything to give to them, but how do you interact with them? Do you
Mhm.
look down on them? That's one of the things my cousin and I we had talked about a couple of months ago. He it was a lady from East St. Louis, I believe it was, or somewhere in Illinois, uh, she was flaunting her degree. She's flaunting all this, and one of the things my cousin and I we can socialize from Main Street to Wall Street, and so she would kept asking her, well, why are you going to this part of town? Why are you doing this, that, and other? And he picked up on her as being if you
Acting like
can't,
she better than folks.
huh?
I said acting like she better than folks.
Exactly. If you can't deal with the common man, how
Mm-hmm.
how are we gonna really be together? And that's something that we realize runs in our family. We cool with everybody, but if you for some reason look down on people, yeah, we can't be around you too long.
No, no, no. Like you put your pants on just like I put my pants on. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care
Hmm.
if you rich. I don't care if you don't have. But that also speaks to just the caliber of person. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Hmm.
say it often. There are a lot of people out here that are, financially and physically attractive, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, they ugly as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But that speaks to the caliber of person that you are. Like for me, I'm what you see is what you get. And any man that I run across, I need what I see to be what I get. But I'm
Right.
not just I meet you when I'm talking to you, but I like I said, I'm all in your background because I wanna make sure that what I'm getting in my face is still consistent across the board. What do other people say about you? How do other people
Right.
feel about you? Like what else is happening around you?
Right.
And I think that people make life choices with limited information,
Hmm.
and that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, what I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm gonna start with LV. What are some instant turn off or red flag questions you hear on the first date or first couple of dates that says, you know what? Let me slow down a little bit. What are some things that people have asked you or would ask you that would be off putting for you, LV?
Um, basically, trying to find out my financial situation. I mean, I just met you. I mean, obviously, if I'm taking you somewhere, it's gonna be somewhere nice. I ain't asked you to come out of your purse for nothing. So, where, how much money I got, why is that of importance? Once again, I don't want you to get to know me. I don't want you to know how much money I have, because then maybe you only around for the money and the good times and the good meals. So that's a turn off. The cumbrellas that some women wear, I would never, I would never make it out on a date with one unless she just surprised me
Negro,
when
did
I.
you say umbrellas? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I don't
They
mind
just
you like,
fluttering like that, just
you
fluttering.
know, but when it look like you got two caterpillars sitting on top of your eyelids,
That's a turn off.
that's a turn off. Heavily. I mean, unless we're going to a gala event, you don't need to be beat. You know, as they say. I mean, nothing wrong with a little blush, little eyeliner if you want to put some lashes on, little lipstick or lip gloss. But
Not dressed like a clown, is what you're
when
saying.
it takes 20 minutes to do your face, you can't sweat nowhere because you got to constantly be doing. I don't want that shit on my shirt. And
Oh
then if
wow.
we had a good time when we get home, you got to spend about 20 room before we can go on and then really
Get past
enjoy.
that screen door. Oh, okay.
Well, see, I've
I
been
say
going
on
in
the
and out of
first
the
day.
house.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not the first date.
That's what I
He brought up the door. I didn't.
uh-huh.
But now, I ain't gonna lie. I am. If Let me just shut up. But that was my answer.
Yeah, he was about to give the story. so so I'm gonna save him and say, Candice, what are some of your red flags or turn offs?
If you come at me talking about sex or anything sexual out the gate, I'm good. I'm good.
Mm,
That's I'm straight. I'm good because there's so many other layers. It's so many other layers. So that's something that is a instant. That's an instant turn off for me. Um, I don't like men who are constantly bragging about like how much money they got and all this other kind of stuff. Like I don't. I'm not gonna give you accolades for being self sufficient because that's something that you should be. So, congratulations on being self-sufficient. I am too. That's good. That's what's up. But what else you got? What else you got going on? Um, yeah, those are two big ones. If you don't have nothing to talk about, like if there's no depth to your conversation, that's a turn off. Like if all you can ask me is what did I do today and ask me about my favorite color and stuff like that, then that's a turn off. Like if I'm not engaged, if you can't engage me and like keep my attention, I'm good. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. So
Well,
we
John,
have
look, I'm gonna flip it around
okay.
and throw it on you, eligible bachelor. What are your turnoffs other than not being smart enough? Because we know if they ain't smart enough, they
Oh,
gone.
oh, I threw one out. Yeah. If you lack emotional intelligence, I can't fool with you either. That's a big one for me. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Hey, well, kind of what she just said. The whole financial thing is a problem. If you can wear makeup, but if you look like a clown, I'm sorry that's not gonna work. Some of my other friends they already know the whole raccoon look is really a no for me. So
Raccoon to
yes,
color.
it's the raccoon look. But if you can't hold a conversation, if you don't seem like you want to be there, as far as fidgeting on your phone, because I, something I know about myself and know my triggers, I get bored easily. And if you're
Mhm.
not engaging and if you're not feel like you want to be there, then I'll start tuning out and start thinking about other stuff. Like
Yeah, I
what
can
am I
pick
gonna
up
do
my phone
tomorrow?
then. Hell,
Right, right. And so I'm pretty much
We
looking
got
like we can
people.
really speed this up. Right, exactly.
We got to
We can move this along. And if you drove, we could really be gone quick, but it's gonna really be accelerated. But it's just that you have to really be engaging. Yes, you have to have some depth to yourself, and not just that superficial conversation like, "Who's your favorite sports team? What do you think about the color blue? What do you think?" Mm-mm. You have to have some depth. We could talk from any range of things. I may not be an expert on it, but we could talk about a range of things.
okay, I'm gonna defend the color thing. They might say blue, then you could be like, what do you like, the Nipsey blue or the Jay-Z blue?
Come on.
You swab with that, but see now let me flip it. Now when we go into that grown man experience, and I'm trying to learn who you are, I've already picked up on all these different things throughout the casual conversation. When we get to a date, then you'll be able to see that I've paid attention to who you are. Now we get to that date and I paid attention to who you are, and then your representative is not that is the one I'm dealing with, and not the person who I thought I picked up on. That whole thing goes out the window. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna put on this effort because you're not worth the effort. And that's kind of how I feel in my head. It's like I've taken the time because one thing they say guys don't plan the date. I learned different things, try to pay attention to these different things. I try to get be in tune with you. So when we out there, it's all about you. But we get there and it's no longer about us. I'm gonna just figure you're not feeling me. There's nothing wrong with that. So we
And
can
it's
move
okay.
on.
And it's okay.
Yeah, and it's okay.
Baby, I
Yes.
hit you with it. It's okay. It's okay. We came, we saw, we ventured. We got t-shirts. It's okay.
Hmm. There's a lot that we can really discuss and keep it going, but we've come to the end. Next week, hopefully, our one alpha male returns safely from his trip, and the other one will have a safe conference, and he can return so you can get all of us again. If Candice hasn't got tired of me, hopefully she'll be here and we'll do another grown man experience dating part 3. But until then, I want to thank everyone for
One thing before you go, John.
what.
I just want to say that there needs to be more men that think like you do versus, because even though we do see them red flags, if there are other things that we see, and because no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Hey, please like, share, subscribe. We see y'all. You, John.
I was gonna close with please like, subscribe, tell your friends about us. We always
Click the
gonna be
notification
entertaining.
bell so you know when we out here.
Right. And leave comments because we do read your comments. Thank you.